Hello, this is Robyn of Heart Guided Intuition. Welcome to my channel. And here is a general reading for, I guess it's kind of a weekend reading for the last weekend in August 2020. But it's also kind of to cap off August, the month of August, and kind of ask what do we have to learn from this month? What transpired, what do we have to learn, what is the takeaway from whatever we experienced this month. And I know I was kind of absent with readings this month. The energy was really heavy, and I also had a lot of personal stuff going on, and just, if I'm not totally on, I don't do the readings because um, it's hard, because I rely on higher guidance. I rely on my guides to give me information. And, if life is too, crazy, or the world or whatever, well, the world is crazy, but the world's crazy. I hope you guys are all safe. I hope whoever's watching this, that you're all okay and safe as well as possible, and that you have everything you need in these crazy times, okay? Um, so anyway, that's, yeah, I was absent in August, but I thought about it. I thought a lot. Oh, I should do a reading. Oh, I should do a reading. I should get back to those daily readings. I didn't do any monthlies for August. So I think what this recap is, like the cards that I've already pulled that I haven't looked at yet, it's kind of like, what do we need to know? What's Spirit's message for us for these last few days of August? So it's really for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Okay. So anyway, let's take a look at the cards. And like I said, it's a general reading, so it doesn't necessarily apply to everybody, but you might find it might really resonate with you. And you can always ask me questions down below. And if you want a private reading, please visit my website. The link is below, www.heartguidedintuition.com, to book a reading with me. Okay, so let me take a look at the cards. Ooh, interesting. Oh, interesting. I'll tell you in a second. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I think there's something about August, and again, this won't apply to everybody, but maybe August was kind of tough for other people too. I know I heard some of my favorite tarot readers also say that the energies were really really tough. I mean, some of my favorite tarot readers on here on YouTube. I've got many. Well, there's just like a few though that I really love because they resonate with me. It's gonna be different for everybody. Um, Everybody's got their own favorites, and who tunes into them and whose readings resonate with them. So, um, I'm just an overall look at the cards. I feel like August taught us something about ourselves and being on our own, or our power to bring prosperity into our life, our power to kind of step away from something, maybe step away from something that we thought held deep value for us, and it maybe still does, but that it's kind of going it alone and stepping away to learn what we need to do to learn, learning new things, but especially learning new things about ourselves, our ability to provide for ourselves. I don't know, maybe some people in this time of quarantine, maybe some people are going back to work. Maybe you're going back to work, or your business is starting to pick up, or your work life is starting to pick up, or you're switching something up in your work life. I see a lot of prosperity here. actually the 3 tarot cards, which I'll show you in a second, are all pentacles. And pentacles are earth energy. It's what grounds us here in our lives. It's what sustains us. They can mean coins, but they're also anything in our physical world. Coins, money. They can mean health. It can mean home. It can mean business. It can mean, our bodies, our physical world surroundings. So I feel like this reading is learning about yourself in how you relate to your physical world, in making your physical world more comfortable and more amenable to who you've become now. I mean, everyone's been changed with the last few months, the pandemic. Everyone's life has been changed, altered. Every single person has been touched, whether for good or for bad, because of the pandemic. And the first tarot card that came up is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is, I always say my readings are gender fluid. So just because I say it's a lady, it's whoever identifies as female. But this beautiful woman, she is a self-made woman. She is secure in her surroundings. She has provided for herself. She's done very well. She has a beautiful garden. She loves where she lives. She lives in a place that, and it doesn't have to mean you live in a big place. A small place can also feel like a castle and a sanctuary, and it's your home. It's what you built for yourself. What have you worked really hard to achieve so that you can have that sense of peace and reward, and a place where you are safe and you are provided for because you provided for yourself. And what have you worked really hard on? What have you worked hard on? And maybe it's a return to prosperity, because the color card came up is free yourself from pain. And yes, I know that my camera sees things in reverse. Free yourself from pain. So there's been a deep, like, I tend to look at the image more than even the words. But look at this flower. It's almost like looking into a heart, looking very deep in our hearts. We've had to face maybe some difficult truths this month, some difficult truths, but the truth that we face has brought us back to ourselves and seeing our value and seeing our worth. And by the end of the month, we're picking up where we left off, and we're relearning. We're picking up maybe on studies that you had begun. Oh, wow. People are going back to school. That's right. Sorry, I completely forgot that. So maybe some of you are, if you have children or you're a college age, person, maybe you're getting ready to, maybe you've worked really hard, over the summer, and now it's time to get back to working, get back to studying and but I feel like this Nine of Pentacles is, providing for yourself really well. But there's a learning. I feel like because these cards came out together, it could mean someone going back to school, but I feel like it's more that because this came up, the pain, and looking within and working through some really deep issues to the point where you're stepping away from something, leaving something behind in order to find yourself and to find what's really important, find something you need to heal. You're learning about yourself and your value and how you can create a really beautiful home for yourself. Home is different than a house. House is one thing, that's the physical structure, but a home, a place that feels like safe and comfortable and where you can be yourself, where you can honor your needs, where you can give yourself um, the things that you need in order to be happy, beauty, uh, beautiful surroundings, things that bring you joy, things that make you feel a sense of belonging, like wow. And also a sense of achievement because, you're learning. Something happened in August. Maybe it was painful that brought you to the place of learning about yourself and how you can provide for yourself. Okay? And this is like further exemplified in these other cards that are coming up. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, okay? And this is someone, King of Pentacles, the energy of the King of Pentacles, male or female, is someone who is in charge of their money. They are very good with finances, but more importantly, this is someone who's stable and steady in their decision making. They are someone who is very grounded. They take a long time. They're in a place of authority in their lives, whether it's in a business or in their lives, or if you have your own business. You're in a place of authority over your life, your surroundings, your home, and you've taken a long time to deliberate every decision that you've made. And you're safe and secure, and you know who you are. You know exactly your value in the world. I'm just going to hold this up. And he's healthy. He's healthy. He's doing well. This doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire. It doesn't have to mean that. But it means you're doing well. And after this card, and learning to be more self-sufficient, learning to be, in your own realm is what's coming to me. In your own realm. He is too. And he's solid, steady, very grounded, this king. And this is the energy of someone who is not worried about if they're going to be okay. They're not worried about it because they know their value. They know that, if you've been struggling with business or whatever, they know that it's going to be there for them. They know that business is going to pick up. If it's not already picking up, that business is picking up. That there is stability there. That there is there's a calmness about the King of Pentacles. There's a calmness because he's very grounded. Is the earth energy. It can mean an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, which are very practical minded, signs. Very practical. But there's a calm comfort in this card. Just as there is in the Queen of Pentacles, who's very practical, and she's all about the home and creating a beautiful home. But the King of Pentacles is, he knows who he is. He's not rattled about, what's going on around him. He's secure. He's built something inside of himself. And this can even mean, it doesn't have to mean actual physical surroundings. It can. I think it probably does. That there's less worry financially, less worry. Maybe because business is coming back, work is picking up. And, he's secure. knowing that he's very aware of his inner resources, very aware of his inner resources. And it's interesting because the King of Pentacles is coming up with this card. This is the card of unconditional love, but this thing, it's like a crown. It's like the heart is a crown. It's a very regal card. So it's knowing your heart, loving yourself enough to say, I'm going to be okay because I know how to make things work. I trust my decisions. I trust my inner guidance. I trust my experience. I trust my a sense of self-worth, and I trust where I've been guiding myself and what I've been putting my efforts into, what I've been working for. I trust that. I trust that. And that ensures that I'm going to be okay. And I am okay. So there's like a calm peace about this. And the Ganesha card, well, actually, I'll do the other two cards first, and I'll leave Ganesha for the end card. This is the Seven of Pentacles, more Pentacles. We're having worked very hard on something, and it's the card of the harvest. And it is a harvest time, harvest time is coming up, and we are entering, autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere. And it's a card of looking at all you've worked on, looking at all you've built. And again, I feel like this might be external, but it might be internal resources. Very, very important. Knowing that our talents, our abilities, our skills can bring us peace and harmony and abundance. Here, it's a feeling in here that we're safe, we're good, we're going to be fine. But it's also that what we bring from the inside can create external circumstances that are prosperous, that are abundant. So it's taking a look at what we've grown and how we've grown. I feel like August there was some kind of turning point, because this card is coming up. Something that had to be left behind. And maybe it was a lot of people are coming out of quarantine, still staying safe, still taking precautions, but moving out into the world again. But looking at what you've done, looking at what you have inside as far as resources, and really seeing very clearly all that you have brought to the world and now will continue to bring to the world around you and to yourself. Your sense of dignity. Dignity is a word that's coming up. Look at him. Look at him, dignity. And look at her. This dignity. That's like, yeah, and this crowning card, this card of unconditional love is like saying, I know what I'm worth. I know what I can bring forward. And I know I can trust that I have stability in my life because of who I am, if that makes sense. And that's coming up also with this card. This is the Psychic card. Oh, and I'm remembering September 4th, I believe it is. So that's coming up in a few days. Is the full moon in Pisces. And it's not a time for thinking. It's a time for feeling. Pisces is a very watery sign, very intuitive, very psychic. This is the card of like tuning into your higher guidance, tuning into that time and of, the full moon, that Pisces full moon in particular, and tuning into your higher guidance to inform you of who you are, and all your value and what you bring to the world. These two cards came out together, so it's like you know what you've grown, you know what you've built, you know who you are, how hard you've worked on yourself, what kind of value you bring to the world, what kind of value you bring to yourself because you've worked on yourself. You've stepped up to look at all that you have done. And it is a time, like this weekend, you can say, in these last few days of August, you can say, it's time. It's time that I enjoy the rewards of, all that I've worked toward, all that I've been building inside myself. I can enjoy the rewards, okay? I can really enjoy the reward from all that I've done, all that I've built, from my inner resources. The Ganesh card, the last card, and I might even read the booklet for this one, is acceptance. And I know my camera sees things in reverse. Acceptance. This is Ganesha. And he's got fruits. He's holding a banana. And I don't know if that's a pear or a peach in his trunk. But he's got a big belly. Acceptance. Acceptance. Okay? I think what this card is saying is an acceptance of what has been, but that you can step up now to be yourself, to be in your own space, feel the, I want to say sanctity, feel the sanctity and the prosperity of what you've built in your life. Doesn't matter whether you live in a big house or a small house, you have lots of money or no money. It's a frame of mind. It's a state of your heart, of how you value yourself and how you live your life and how you see life. You can see life as rich and beautiful, even if you have very few material things. And let me read this booklet, actually. Excuse me while I get this over here. I should have hold music. La 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 la. Okay, hold on. 39 acceptance. And don't mind me and my goofy art store glasses. But goofy art store glasses. Okay. So, alright. 39 acceptance. So we're going to be reading this card. And Ganesha, for those who are not familiar with Ganesha, he is the Hindu god of the remover of obstacles. So, okay. So let's look him up, and I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to read acceptance, okay? To the Ganesh. Okay. There's great freedom in accepting things as they are. You cannot move forward on your path until you release some of the blame, anger, and sorrow that you have collected on your life's journey. Ah, this makes sense now. So August might have been a really painful month for some people. It's, like I was talking about, looking deep in your heart, and it says really free yourself from pain. Because there's something you've had to kind of free yourself from in order to see that you have value and you can create your own, dream your life into being. Okay? As they say. Ganesha is asking you to forgive those from the past who have hurt you and to be willing to forgive yourself too. Open your heart. Open your heart to the world outside and to the one within. Oh my gosh, this goes with this reading perfectly. Open your heart to the world outside and to the one within. This deeper state of recognition and acceptance is what pushes you forward in your spiritual adventure. Love without judgment and live without predetermined opinions. Accept and express your true self. That's this. That's her. Accept and express your true self. Okay? And that's also this card too. Loving and accepting yourself. Okay. Without judgment. The ego is beginning to align with the soul. What a relief. You don't have to control everything, fix everything, and know everything. If you have been overly serious and tense, you now start to remember happiness. You may find that you can laugh at things instead of getting infuriated. Your contentment in life improves dramatically when you harness your ability to look at the world from a more spiritual perspective. The image of Ganesha holding the banana. That's Ganesha holding a banana, and he's got something in his trunk too. Okay? The image of Ganesha holding the banana symbolizes humility and an awareness of not placing too much importance on your thoughts or beliefs in this situation. His potbelly signifies the bounty of nature. Bounty, and we can have the bounty. We can have bountiful lives, whether we have a lot of money or a little bit of money. Okay? Let me read that part again. It is said that, his potbelly signifies the bounty of nature. It is said that Ganesha consumes the sadness of the universe and protects the world. Learn to honor the values of others that may differ from your own. See the beauty of diversity. Once you see this beauty, it will open you to recognizing and accepting the beauty that resides within you. Accepting the beauty that resides within you. Okay? Within you. You did it. You did it. You can do it. You're going to be okay. So that's the reading, capping off August 2020. I hope that was helpful. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and click like to my video. And if you would like to receive my tarot newsletter, if you'd like to subscribe to it, there's a link below. I do free reading giveaways each month. That's what I've started doing, and it's a lot of fun. So it's a lot of fun to get people who write in and they want to win a reading, and it's cool to do the readings for them. So anyway, and for those of you who know me from the Dolphin Bookshop in Port Washington, New York, I'm going to be back there in September. So I will be back there on Sunday, September 20th. So you can book a 15-minute reading with me. I'm only doing 15-minute time slots to make room for everybody who wants a reading. But if you'd like a longer reading with me, feel free to get in touch with me through my website, heartguidediintuition.com. The link is below. Okay, and feel free to comment on this video. I hope it was helpful to you. So enjoy the rest of the summer, and yeah, peace, love, and blessings to you.